Hi there everyone. Today I will be reviewing the new iPod Touch 5th generation. Ever since I got the 4th generation iPod, I was an Apple fan. Devices are great and I use them every day. I will not be giving amazing, very specific technology specs. Those are important to some people, but for the purpose of this review, I'll just tell you how it compares to the old device. I really apologize for my voice. I am sick and I shouldn't be doing this. Once I started using my iPod Touch 5th generation, I thought the brightness was worse due to the larger screen. Seriously, as soon as I started using it, this is like my first thoughts on the device. It looked kind of yellow to me, but now I just think my eyes were adjusting to the device. The screen now currently looks way better than the 4th generation. I would never go back to that. And my 4th generation iPod is kind of glitching up right now. I think it's done. I don't know what's going on with it, but if someone wants to talk about that, we can talk about it. The 4th generation iPod feels extremely small and useless now. The 5th generation has become the standard. I'm sure the iPhone 5 and the iPod Touch will keep the larger screen and the loop. Since I'm talking about the loop, it sometimes gets in the way and might be better on the left side of the device. It kind of depends on what you're doing on the device, like the game or the app. If you don't have a case yet, I'm sure you have noticed that the device is very slick, so you can drop it easily. The loop is great mainly because when you think your device is going to fall, it doesn't. It's an awesome feature. The loop can be damaged over time. Mine doesn't look that good, but it's still holding up. It came off once, so even though I praise the loop, nothing beats the safety of a case. You would be wise to invest in one. The camera also sticks out now, and I think there's a possibility that it can be damaged. The camera takes good high quality pictures. The camera can be used as a flashlight. This feature wasn't on the previous iPod, but it was on the iPhone. It's a great feature if you're in someplace, well, dark. Maybe you got lost or something. The device has to be adjusted in your hand a lot in the beginning. As I said, it's bigger. So if you had like the iPod Touch 4th generation or a smaller device, you will probably be adjusting your hand a lot while using this device in the beginning. The next feature I'm going to talk about is the one that people always love to play around with. I just don't get the praise after using this app. After using this feature, after owning it, I don't get the praise for it. Siri. It's not very fun. Siri doesn't always recognize the words I say even if I speak slowly and clearly. Siri can't even answer many questions. If you ask a question that's somewhat strange or just not one of the preloaded questions, then Siri will go to Google and ask the question on there. The iPod is a great device, but in the commercials or conferences, they make it look like it's much better than it actually is. Using the voice recognition is somewhat helpful if the device can understand what you're saying. Some words won't be able to go from voice to text no matter how you say it. It's helpful because sometimes your voice is faster than typing. Sometimes I just don't feel like typing and this helps. It sometimes helps in the production of videos and stuff, but I do prefer to type most of my information. But if I have a quick idea, I don't feel like typing, I can just load up my iPod, go into the notes, and then press like the voice thing and, just talk about some ideas. One thing that I thought was really helpful, that is really cool, that if you know how to say a word but you don't know how to type it, you could say the word and then the device would have it there. Apple has apparently surveyed people's ears to make the new EarPods. A lot of people said that this fits right in your ear. First Siri and now this. I just don't get what other people get. They're just headphones. They go into your ear. That's it. I don't really see the big deal. When the iPod iPod Touch 5th generation first came out, or the iPhone 5. I think they both had the new EarPods. People were like, "Oh my God, these fits right into my ear. It does exactly what the other people said." I'm just looking at their video. I'm just like, "What? What are you talking about?" Um, from personal experience, I don't really understand what the heck they're talking about. They're headphones. They fit in your ear. That's it. Um, but there is one thing that really surprised me. These things are really, really, really loud. I'm no professional headphone guy, but these things can be heard without being in your ears, and I consider that to be loud. I could have damaged my ears by accidentally having the volume up high and then entering an app. I am sorry, I am messing up completely in this video. Ruzzle was the app. Or like watching a YouTube video, because various YouTube videos have different volumes and stuff. I guess it kind of depends on what they're recorded with, the mic or the camera and all that stuff. So I would say always keep the volume low, because again, these things are extremely loud. Some games haven't been updated for the new screen, so they have black bars on each side. When I first saw the bigger screen, I thought the extra space would be used to put buttons on the, use the extra space to put buttons on, and then keep the action in the center. It would allow you to see more of the action. That's just like my idea for the new devices. Apple is always advancing and making their devices better. By the time I have this for a year or so, I bet the new iPod Touch will already somehow be leaked from some Apple factory. Seriously, how can you not catch a worker in your own factory taking a device off the assembly line and taking photos of it? What the heck, Apple? You know what? Never mind. I'll drop it. So, back to the review. This device is stronger and faster than the previous iPod Touch models. Why not get it? Unless you're tight with money, then you can buy, I am sorry. Unless you're tight with money, then you can buy whatever. That doesn't sound right. Let me see. If you don't have a lot of money, then you won't be able to get the iPod Touch. If you have a lot of money, you should be able to get it in anything else that you want to get. I think it's best to buy whatever is on the top right now. I definitely wouldn't recommend like getting an old iPod Touch. Same thing for like a console or something. I wouldn't recommend getting an old one unless that's the only way you can get this game or whatever you're trying to get. And this is an iPod, so the App Store has all the previous apps that the other devices had, so you might as well get the new one. My old iPod Touch is just kind of trash now. Perhaps yours isn't, but mine had scratches on the screen that I don't even know how it got. I took very good care of my device, and I'm not sure how it got scratches on the screen. It started with like I was starting to see like a shiny color or something on the screen, and then I would just wipe it away because sometimes goop or whatever is on your hands gets on the screen, and then it might look like that. But after I wiped it off, if I could feel something, and then there was a scratch there. The device became very slow. I assumed that was because I went over the space of the iPod Touch. I kind of went over that in a previous video. You can go over the space with like pictures and stuff. If you have this app called Camera Plus, you can take pictures and then just save them to your thing, whatever group of pictures. I'm sorry. And you can also get like images off the internet and then save them to your device. So yeah, that's a way to exceed the space on the device, and I just assumed that's what made mine very slow. The home button was broken on it. Again, I don't know how that happened. I just assumed it was from overuse. It makes me kind of wary of how I use the one on my new iPod Touch, which I have right now, but you guys can't see it. I still used my iPod Touch 4th generation every day, but it was a hassle. I mean, it was like my favorite thing. I had like all this stuff in in my hands. You know, I could go on Facebook, go on Twitter, Instagram. I had all these games and stuff. It just has everything on there. But I had to update to the new one because of all of this, and because I also wanted the new one. Here's a minor complaint I have about Apple. I don't jailbreak things. I did it once on my iPod Touch 4th generation. I think I got rid of it out of fear that something bad would happen to my device, or Cydia just didn't appeal to me. The thing is that it would be awesome if Cydia was just added to the iOS and the App Store, or just combined with Apple. The customization just seems so important. You can personalize your device, but with Cydia, you can take that to a different degree, a higher level, if you know what I'm saying. I think it would be cool to see someone with a different arrangement of apps, and, you know, ask, like, how they got that, where did they get that, and then they just be like, oh, I got this from, and then you just search it on the App Store, instead of, like, oh, wow, your iPhone/iPod Touch looks awesome, where'd you get this? Oh, I just jailbroke it, you know, Cydia. Illegal stuff. You know, I don't want to do that. There's many good things and bad things about Cydia, but that's all I have to say. Apple could put more effort into making the device actually your device, if that makes any sense. Making it more personal. The device is somewhat personal, but when everyone's screen looks the same, that's not that personal. I would like to have more personalization in the next iOS or in the next device. The iPod Touch is an awesome upgrade from the 4th generation. It's extremely thin. While I don't think Apple should push thinness, I have no say in it. I just feel like making a device thinner can make it lose features. The battery life is fine, but of course more is better. So, I mean, if they had more space, they could put a bigger battery in there. The iPod Touch is whatever you want it to be. And no, I'm not offering you stem cells. Seriously, this device is a camera, flashlight, and computer all in one. It can become whatever you want it to be. It just depends on how you personalize it. I'm very surprised at what people can do with this. If you just go on YouTube and just see how people personalize their devices, it's amazing. I won't give this device a score. The score is personal for everyone. It's just an awesome update from the 4th generation. It's an awesome device that everyone should buy. And there's one more thing I wanted to add to this review. So here's what I'm currently playing on my iPod Touch 4th generation. Truthfully, in the last few days I have played Angry Birds Star Wars, Falling Fred, Super Falling Fred, Zombie Falling Fred, Subway Surfers, Modern Combat 3, Nova 3, Super Street Fighter 4 Volt, Temple Run 2, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, Uno, Zen Forms, Pizza vs. Street Fighter, Cross Tekken, Sonic 1, What's the Word, Fun Run, Mutant Muds, Jazz Trump's Journey, and Highway Rider. Of course, I don't play these to an extremely crazy level. I just play them in a few bursts, not like, oh, I gotta play Angry Birds all day, every day. That's my addiction. Nova 3 and Temple Run 2 are probably what I play the most. Maybe Angry Birds Star Wars 2. Everything else, just a little bit. My device actually has a ton of apps on it, and if you guys want to see that, I'll have to record it, but the quality might be bad, but still, if you're interested in seeing what's on my device, I'll show it to you. Anyways, thanks for watching my review. I hope you enjoyed this review, whether you have an iPod Touch or you're getting one. I hope this also will help you decide on what you want to get. My Facebook page is SirMel11, and my Twitter is @Melvin2898. Oh my god, I messed up on the ending. For more videos like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this video with your friends if they have been wondering whether to get an iPod or not. Later, everyone.